I am Ruth the Truth Torres. Let's talk about our need for infrastructure and an economy that works for everyone and protects our Social Security.
When you're on my webpage and you see this pink text, that means that there is a link there for you to click on to see the facts and support for what I'm saying. Did you know the Biden administration's infrastructure law provides over $770 million for everyone, including rural communities, to have access to high-speed, reliable internet? If you are not in the works of receiving that internet, it may be because you need to ask them questions to your county officials. They may not want to pull down those funding because they may not want you to have access to get information and facts so that you know that what they're telling you is a lie. As long as you keep listening to the same media outlets and you keep hearing from the same people, you'll never hear anything else to challenge what they're telling you. So it's really important that you understand, and hopefully you even have access to these videos. When we talk about our economy and the challenges in our economy, we have to understand that while the economy is doing well, we're so upset because our grocery prices are so high. But that is because not of a policy decision from the administration, but because of Congress has not passed laws that prevent the monopolies and price gouging of our grocery industry. Did you know that 4 companies control 65% of all grocery retail stores in the US? That 4 companies control 70% of the global grain around the world? 4 companies control that. And 4 companies control up to 85% of our beef, 50% of our poultry, and 70% of our pork. That's why they get to control the prices. That's the same thing with our oil and gas industry. They are manipulating the prices to give political currency to those who they want in power, because those that they want in power will give them the laws to continue the monopolies and the price gouging so that they are richer at our expense. Did you know that the 2022 corporate after-tax profits have hit their highest levels in 70 years? That food companies are enjoying record profits, as is the oil and gas industry, and CEO pay is up to 324 times the worker pay, while pricing of food is up 23% out of our reach. These same companies getting all this profit is also receiving significant up to $100 billion every year in taxpayer-funded subsidies, what is called corporate welfare. Listen, I'm a business owner, I'm a former business professor, and I was an executive with a grocery retailer. And I'm an HR consultant I have been an HR consultant for many businesses. I understand the need for businesses to employ workers, to be competitive, to meet consumer needs, and to fuel our economy. District 5 is experiencing historic and explosive growth, which requires infrastructure resources for streets, water and sewer, first responders, parks, public transportation, all this development that needs to happen wisely to proactively build with the future and our environment in mind. All of us in District 5 feel the impact of prices for our groceries, the cost of housing, insurance, and increasing debt, while businesses are making record profits and CEO pay reaching record highs. That's why I'll work to control inflation and help District 5 families afford groceries and living expenses. We can stop increasing interest rates and bring those down if we also use antitrust laws to stop corporate welfare, price gouging, and monopolies. We must support small and medium-sized businesses and farms for fair competition and reasonable regulations. It's those large corporate farms that has driven small farms out of business, and now they control the market. We can do this by supporting SBA programs and government contracts to small and medium-sized businesses. I support economic policy that requires big business and the 1% to pay their fair share and reduce the wage gap between the highest earners and our front line. I support removal of the Social Security cap and budget and tax policies that promote creation and retention of jobs in the U.S. I support responsible federal spending as a method to promote economic growth, including helping District 5's growing communities access federal dollars from the historic infrastructure bill for internet access, ensuring rural communities are connected while protecting the environment. This will allow an increase in businesses and for our kids to stay at home because they can work from home via the internet. The people of District 5 deserve economic policies that benefit the people, not just big business and the 1%.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. Please connect on social media, subscribe to the newsletter, and sign up to volunteer on the Get Involved page above. I look forward to connecting with you and seeing you vote for Ruth the Truth Torres for U.S. Congress, Texas District 5, allowing me to work for the policies you deserve.